Someone went through the cemetery here in Breckenridge and dressed up all the graves. It looks so pretty. I've never seen so many flowers. Someone left a Pepsi there. Some places there's a lot, and some places there's not so many. But it's pretty where there are. This is where most of my family is buried. The Cooleys and Whitneys. I find people and then I forget where they are, except for where my grandparents are. That's also where my aunt is, and my brother and my nephew all together on the same corner. This is one of my relatives coming up right here. It's my Uncle J.L., great uncle, my grandmother's brother. somewhere in here is my grandma's dad, Earl B. Whitney. I found him once and then I've lost him again. Most of these names I heard growing up. The Colthorpes. The Rosenbergers were related to us. That was another of my great aunts. Grandma and Grandpa used to have a general store, kind of like a 5 and dime, so they knew everybody in town. There's some old graves in here. The oldest one I found today is from 1832. Sorry for all the bouncing. This ground is pretty uneven. There's a whole bunch of Northrops. I remember that name. Plus, I believe there was a Northrop that was with the Detroit Tigers, either as a player or an announcer. My grandmother knew him and talked about him a lot. It's a small town, so when someone makes it big like that, you hear about it. When I was a kid and I would come here to visit my grandparents, we would ride bikes over here. It was always so peaceful. I've always come here. $18.84. These are some old ones. There's the 1831 from the Giles family. Someday I'll be here, cremated and put with my grandmother. This is a monument to the men and women, because there were many nurses who fought in the Civil War. There's a Nagel. I heard that name a lot. The fireflies are starting to come out. The sun has set. Here's a Whitney, but I don't think it's our Whitneys. Etta and Fred. I do recognize that name, though, Fred. Someday I'll remember where my great-grandfather is. I saw it once, I'll find it again. There's another Rosenberger. There's the Anschutz. Well, it's getting too dark almost. Guess I better shut this off, although I'm not out of the cemetery yet. I still have a little ways to go. Give you one last look. This is a beautiful resting place. I don't know if you can see the fireflies, but they're starting to come out. But the mosquitoes will be as well. So I better keep walking.